Living the dream.
Oh, I'm a tight swinger, mate.
And he gets to see my face every week, so I mean, how lucky is he? Absolute professionals at this. We do put it on YouTube.
I'm genuinely impressed, mate. Genuinely impressed.
Edit that. We'll cut that bit out. Go on, say it.
Good evening, Andy.
Happy Dad Tales Day.
Happy Dad Tales, my friend. How are you?
I'm alright, man. How was you?
Not too bad.
You sweating? Let's talk about weather.
Oh, it's warm, isn't it? By the time this goes out, getting ready for Sunday, there's been like a weather warning, hasn't there?
Yeah, I've just heard that. Really.
Anyone vulnerable, anyone who doesn't need to go out, don't go out. That sounds like it's going to snow or flood risk, isn't it?
This country's terrible.
34 degrees, right? And they're saying people not to go out. And I get you don't want anyone vulnerable, but in the like 80-year-olds in Mexico and stuff.
No.
Or
yeah,
United Emirates and stuff
yeah,
like
but
that.
Don't they live longer in them countries as well?
Yeah.
Like Italy.
Probably because it's warm weather.
Yeah.
But I find it strange that we have this like really weird thing here. Like in America, they have massive tornadoes. Yeah, we get a bit of wind and they're going, oh, risk to life, don't go out. Hang on. They go out in America, do you know what I mean? What's wrong with us as a nation? We can't function when it's hot, we can't function when it's cold, we can't function when it's wet.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
No matter what the weather is, we struggle with it. Look, what about like Canada? Canada has like massive extremes as well, doesn't it? Like they're really deep snow and red hot.
Yeah. So I'm saying, yeah, like American stuff, they have like tornadoes and flooding and all sorts of jazz, don't they?
They just get on with it, don't they?
Yeah.
They don't get the trains cancelled, do they? Because it's too sunny.
No.
That happened last year, didn't it?
Yeah, but the tracks are melting. The tracks are melting. What are they made of? Chocolate. What a BS excuse that was.
Oh, man, that's absolutely terrible. Yeah, it's rubbish. And weather's boring to talk about. How's your week been?
Steady away. We had a football tournament with the boy. I feel so sorry for the girl because she comes along to football tournaments and they don't seem to play as much as the boys. Like the boys seem to be entering into more like tournaments or friendlies and stuff like that. So like where normally it comes to summer, doesn't it? You have like a fair few weeks. Like Ava, if no one playing football, she'd have a good few weeks off, play some, a good few weeks off, play some, but still train. He's like every other weekend in a tournament or doing something. I'm like, it's good, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it whatsoever. I just feel sorry for Ava because she can't not come along because we both want to watch it. So
yeah, it's strange that, isn't it? Because we used to have like a tournament at end of season and then that was it.
Yeah, I mean, if we were lucky, when I was a kid, I played in 2 tournaments in the summer. I've played in 4 already and there's still more to go.
I think it was good to have a break. I say that now. I mean, when I was a kid, I probably wanted to play football every week. But I look now and I think that's probably why. Because not just the kids that need a break, but also the coaches and stuff.
Nah,
they need a break. They're volunteers. They do.
Yeah, and I get that. My thing is like I don't do no. I get they need a break. So this is me being probably selfish, but I don't do no anyway. So like tonight we should have a training. We train Mondays, Thursdays and play on a Saturday. And we're going to that habit. So like tonight, we didn't really do much. Because there's no clubs, no nothing on. So it's sort of like we just sat around, did a bit of tea. They went in paddling pool because the weather's nice. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of those things where I'm thinking, well, what are you doing anyway? I've been very selfish because they're probably spending time with their family that they're missing out on all the things they do behind the scenes that people don't see. I just see them turn up for training, turn up for games.
Just get one of the coaches come round and do some drills.
See
if that's the thing that can do.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm uber grateful because I couldn't take a team on. I'd love to, but I just can't because of work and stuff.
Yeah, it's a massive
teaching classes and that.
It's a massive commitment. Even just any sort of helping out. And it's brilliant, them clubs, them volunteers and stuff, they don't get as much credit as they deserve to.
No. Well, it's a thankless task, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It is, yeah, because you can't win with everybody. You're always going to upset either some kids or some parents.
And they don't do it out of malice. And end of the day, sometimes I think that kids remember when they win. So it's really hard. So like you're trying to give everyone trying to get the team, but you always want the team to be the strongest team because obviously the kids remember when they win. The kids, like we got sevens and lost, if that makes sense. Everyone's absolutely gutted. But you got to go gun ho as you get later in the tournament because Other week, we won a tournament and kids are like buzzing.
Yeah, it also, like any team, I suppose it attracts other people to want to come, doesn't it? Come and play for your team if that's the case. And, success is good at that age. It gives them something to aim for later on in life.
But I think they need to learn to lose as well.
Yeah, they do, absolutely. Yeah, I've seen kids kicking and screaming when they've lost games and stuff, and that's not really the way to act.
No. I want passion and guile. Like, if we draw or lose, I'm thinking, come on, lads, next game, let's get a bit of guile in us. But I don't know.
It's interesting, because I'm sure we've had this conversation a while ago and said, no, it's about playing football, it's about enjoying it.
It's not.
It's not anymore.
No, I'm not. I'm not a big advocate, rightly or wrongly. I'll apologise if I'm wrong, but I think sport should always be competitive. I'm not a fan of taking part and sports day and stuff. And everyone gets to. Well, what about the winners? There's people who go that extra bit or do a bit more training or dedicate themselves to it. You're not rewarded. But if someone does a spelling test and practice all week and gets 100%, it's rewarded. But if someone homes in on their athletic skills, it's not fair. We all need to be thinking, no, they've chosen a path to go down, academic or athletic or whatever, because we're all different. You get people who are, I'm thick as too short blank, so therefore sports leaves me a treat. So that's all I'm focused on, just doing sport, being athletic. I've gone into the sport industry as an employment, because academic didn't really suit me until I got older. It wasn't for me.
Yeah, I'd certainly agree. I think it's good that people can try new things, and I think it's good that there's avenues there. But I think it should be competitive. And that's not to sort of discourage anybody, but if you want to do some sort of sport and you maybe don't excel at tennis or whatever,
go find what you need.
Try another sport. Keep trying and see what you can find out. But like sports day and stuff, just have them races.
Yeah, be competitive.
Yeah.
Reward dedication and
it's strange that, isn't it? Because for schools, they'll do sports day and go, right, we're not going to be competitive. But then when they're taking a football team somewhere or a netball team or a basketball team, they'll go, right, let's pick our best players because we're playing against other schools. So it's all right when it's that, when it suits.
But that's the nail on the head. Everything that we're doing Saturday now is when it suits, we do that. It's
absolutely, yeah.
At some points, I think we've got massive double standards when we're teaching kids things. Like, it's okay to do that, but then we turn around and go, oh, you can't do that. Why? What's the bloody difference? I won't get on my soapbox. I might go down a really dark hole.
Just be here for a couple of hours.
Yeah, be ranting and raving.
Another good rant. You want to talk politics?
Do I, Eckers? Can't think of a worse. I'm losing love for... I enjoy politics, but we're not going to talk about either, but I'm losing the will to live with this country and how it's being governed and stuff. It's just driving me nuts. Anyway, how's your week been?
Take that steering wheel out your pants. It's been all right. Do you know what? As much as I don't want to talk about the weather, it does perk everybody up, doesn't it? There's a little jump in everybody's step, I think.
There is for 10 minutes or something. And everyone's like, oh, brilliant. I saw you on dinner and I said, I'm not happy unless I'm moaning.
Yeah.
The irony of it.
That's the thing, innit? It's too hot. It's too hot. Too bloody hot.
Got to moan about it. Well, yeah, there's always something to moan about.
Yeah, I've had not a bad week. It's been a busy week.
You've been doing a sporting event, haven't you?
Yeah, so Sunday went to do Keena's Mustard. It's an event, that's the company, and it was a run and a swim. But seven runs and 6 swims. So you ran a bit, swam a bit, ran a bit, swam a bit. It was good. Never done that like that before. And I saw it and I thought, yeah, I'll give that a go.
I was turning Chaz and Dave then. Ran a bit, ran a bit.
There was no rabbits. There was a few ducks in water.
Oh, yeah, that's quite good. You got a nasty cut on your leg, though.
I got a big old cut, trying to get... I think it was as I was getting in the water at one point, because it was like at a lake near Rotherham. But really nice place.
Yeah.
I wish I remember. Manhaver Lake or something. Have a check it out, because it's really nice. They do sort of paddleboarding and all sorts there.
How many people and competitors were there? Because...
I would have said, so I did the 5k one and there was a 10k one as well.
Oh, nice.
I'm glad I didn't do the 10k because I haven't trained as much as I should have done. And I definitely wouldn't have done myself justice. With the 5k, it was enough and I enjoyed it. It's like the difference between an half marathon and a full marathon.
Yeah.
You enjoy-ish a half marathon. But then when you get to... a little bit further, it would have been hard work. So maybe 10k next year. I'll train.
How did you do in? Here I go. It is about being competitive.
I ain't got the results back yet. I know I didn't train as much as I would like to have done, and I don't really think I've got an excuse. I've been pretty lazy. I think I've swam once. And I thought, I can still swim, I'm all right. But it's amazing. It's amazing how much swimming can tire you out if you've not got the right technique. So I was watching Andy a few weeks ago at swimming club, and I said to her afterwards, she's got a really nice front crawl, but you can tell when she tires because a breathing stroke is elongated. It takes that much longer. Yeah. And when I went swimming the other week, I did exactly the same thing. And I said to her, I'm having a go at you for doing it, but I'm doing exactly the same thing. And I get why. And then obviously, it's different, obviously, swimming outside as well. The water's that little bit colder.
It's ridiculous.
And you do get a little bit disorientated as you get out. We've always done it with triathlons before. When you get out, you're a bit...
Where's what?
Yeah, so it takes a few seconds to sort of compose yourself. And that.
Get out, like, where's my bike? You're not doing that then. Oh, Jesus.
It's like, where's my legs? But no, it was good, really good event. I'd highly recommend checking them out. Keen as mustard. I think they're called Let's Do It or something like that.
I'm not sponsoring those. Kind of fashion. Next question I've got is...
Have we got a sponsor?
Price point. Was it... Because I had a look... So we used to do triathlons all the time, and you're talking like a sprint triathlon back in the day was 35 quid, and you pay about 45 to 49 quid for an Olympic one. Other day, a sprint triathlon was 63 quid, and apparently that's like a cheap race. 63 quid! Yeah. And then an Olympic one was up near 85 quid. I was like, oh, God. And I used to do one pretty much in the summer, one every weekend near enough sometimes. Do you know what I mean? I was ramming them in. I couldn't afford that. I couldn't afford that then, now. Do you know what I mean?
No, and the good ones, so like London Triathlon, I think the last time I did that, it was about 110 quid, which is a lot of money, but that was closed roads.
Yeah.
The venue and everything which when you compare that against like an 80 quid one where it is open road still, I don't mind paying that extra bit if it's...
I bet it's 110 quid now, though.
No, I bet it's not.
I bet it's about 150, 160, maybe more.
And that's it. That does become dear. But it is quite an affluent sport, isn't it? Because people do spend an awful lot of money on it. And it tends to be, you can see the trends as we've changed through the years. It's an older person's thing. They've got a bit more disposable income to spend.
Yeah.
You got young people and maybe older people who maybe didn't have them 20s and 30s when we were doing them.
Yeah, well, like I said, when we did it, there weren't many of us youngsters doing it. Always like 35 to 45 were the people that were really good because they had, kids were a bit grown up, they had time on their hands, they could do all training and stuff.
A bit more money to get good bikes.
To blow the biscuits on bike. Whereas I've gone to the way, I did it all early and thought, right, I'm good to go now. Don't need to mess about with that anymore.
At least you can say you've done it. Right, what are we talking about this week? So, we're talking this week about, I think I've got it as morality. Do you think about that? Let's not. We don't want to get
we're not going to deep dark old rabbit here.
We don't want to get too dark, but it's something I've thought about a lot more about immortality. Maybe that's
your immortality.
Immortality. Morality is when I do something.
You said it earlier on. Now, I was like, what are you talking about?
I think I mean immortal. Right. So we're talking about dying.
No, but immortality is about being immortal. You live forever.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about, isn't it? Not that I'm going to live forever, but
no. But I think you're right with your mortality.
Mortality.
Wow, done well here. Anyway,
let's spend 15 minutes
trying to work out what we're trying to say is, as we got older, we seem to think about our death more, but not in a thingy way, but we're more conscious of what we're doing. I found myself, I'm getting more like that.
I think that's the key, innit? I'm more conscious about what I'm doing. We talked a few weeks ago, didn't we, about like stuff that scares you and like heights. Yeah, I don't need to do that. Yeah,
and that's having a conscience in it to go, I'm all right, I've not a problem. I could fall. That's me go.
I don't need to bungee jump off a massive cliff. No, I'm good.
Don't need to skydive.
There's going to be certain things in life that are going to push you to your limits without you wanting them to. Why do I need to go looking for it?
Yeah.
I suppose that's me. I'm not a junkie.
No, I'm saying you. I don't go looking for adrenaline.
I'm happy for like a roller coaster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But even them now, I don't know if I always think, oh, well, there's a few accidents happening.
But, do you know, like they say, best time to go on a plane is after just plane crash. Everyone like, surely we're good to go for a couple of roller coasters.
Yeah, possibly.
Everyone's going to sharpen up the toes and tighten up the nuts up.
But yeah, that's something I think about a lot more. And obviously, like, the older you get, even people that you went to school with that aren't around anymore.
Yeah, no, that's...
And I'm like, oh, man, that's...
It's one of those things, like, I can remember, I can't think what it was an older family member, and it was like, he got to a certain age, and all he did is looked in papers, you know, for people his own age, and, you know, that sort of thing, and he said it was like, it sort of kept him going, is it like, oh, well, I beat that person, like, you know, not in like a nasty way, but in like, well, I'm doing all right, because...
That's that competitive edge.
Yeah, because they were fit as a fiddle, or they had an active lifestyle, or, oh, I knew I beat that person, because, you know what I mean, they abused the body, drinking and smoking, things like that. But, I feel like I'm at that sort of age now where I'm conscious of people around me getting ill and thinking, actually, I'm not made of steel. I'm not going to last forever.
Yeah.
I need to be more conscious. I mean, talking 6 months ago, I was content as hell. I was eating what I wanted, drinking when I was like, to then go, yeah, I need to pack that in.
and I've certainly felt recently that my body don't want to do what I want it to do.
Yeah.
And like you said, like, I think we both suffered with like high blood pressure, and it's one of the things I'm thinking now. I just got a tweak in my chest.
Yeah, what's that?
And it must be something that all men go through. And I want to be around for quite a while yet. I've still got a lot of people that I need to piss off still.
Yeah, definitely. I just always joke and say, I'll take 70. So I want to give me this paper now, I'll sign it. I'll take 70. But now I'm getting closer to, like, I'm 35, and I'm thinking,
halfway there.
Can we go 80, please? Can we go 85? Squeeze a couple more years out of it.
That's another thing, isn't it? That's what I think. So I'm 41. I'm thinking, am I past halfway? I know you don't ever know that, do you? You don't know what. But
without getting really dark and stuff, I would genuinely say I'll take a 70. I'll have grandkids by then, potentially, if that makes sense. I'll have seen them probably get towards the teens or something, but I'll take a 70.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're going to have to work till you're 67. You don't want 3 years of retirement, do you? And obviously,
I do want to take that lump sum.
Just blow it off.
Put it on black. Oh, don't worry, love. I've only got 3 years and I'm gone. No problem.
Yeah, you sort that one out, love.
But yeah, it's one of those things like when you're younger, you think, oh, God, that's years away. But I mean, from 18 to 35 has been like a flash for me. Like, it's weird how years are just creeping back. I mean, without getting the old cliche, we've gone past halfway through this year. It felt like 2 minutes ago it was January, and I was like, oh, here we go.
That's the thing. And every other year, when people have always said, oh, this year's flying by, I'm like, yeah, I'd agree, because I can't bother to have to debate. But no, it's not. Not at all. It's the same every year. But I genuinely think this year has just gone.
I think every year.
Even January this year, where January always takes about 87 weeks.
Because we're sober, we had to alcohol, we're on a diet.
It took ages. It just went in a flash. Yeah. And I can't believe, let's say, we're past halfway through.
Okay, so we're on our... So I always laugh and joke. It's to get to like 23rd of December, and I'm like, we're on our way up for the new nice weather. Other week, I'm like, we're on our way down for the cold weather.
Yeah, we've had our longest day, haven't we?
Yeah, so we're now winding clock down.
And when August sort of comes, and end of August, you then start to see stuff creeping into shops for Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And that's why the year goes so quick.
Yeah, because you're always going to the next thing.
You're then always going, right, it's Christmas in.
When you was a kid, what month was always the hottest?
Well, I would always say August.
Snap. But it's June, July.
Yeah, or even May. It's not been this year. Maybe a crappy year this year. But
for some reason, I always thought, I think it's summer holidays, if that makes sense. But I never remember, like, at the moment, my kids are baking at school. Like, they're absolutely coming up sweating like crazy.
Bringing biscuits
I wish. But as a kid, it was always August that was boiling hot, I always think. Like, and I always thought August was the time when summer holidays where I'd start to, it was like right late at night. I'm telling you right now, when it gets to like 23rd of August, it's going to be getting dark like before 10.
That's what I've thought as well, because the nights of the last couple of weeks have been really light, right up to well past 10 o'clock. And I'm thinking, I'm not making any sort of advantage of this. I'd get in from work or whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, I'll just stay in. But actually, it's so warm, you could just have a nice late walk.
Yeah.
But I hadn't. I'm not taking advantage of it all.
Whip clubs out at car, do you know what I mean? And go for the quick 9-0s, do you know what I mean? I'm like you. I think my problem is I'm not wasting time, but I masticate too much. I just waste time chatting rubbish when I could be more productive.
I think because we don't plan enough. I think this is where maybe women are a bit better than us. They would go, right, we can do something that night, or we can do something. If they grab the ball by the hands, you won't go, nah, I can't be bothered. You just go, yeah, let's do that. But we don't maybe take the front foot enough. We should do.
Yeah, but I'm terrible about organising things. Like, not organising, but like, being productive to do something. I'm bad at that.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
it's like I've got a fear of, if I've set something like a calendar, I've built into that, if that makes sense. It makes me nervous that, if I have loads of things going on, like with like deadlines and stuff like that, it makes me more nervous. And if someone said, oh, can you do that for me, bring it to me, and I'll have it tomorrow, I'll be like, yeah, I'll get on with that, do you know what I mean? Where it's like, go get that brother, go get that, and I'm like, oh, which one to do first? Oh, which one's more important? And it makes me a bit anxious. It's in events. Like, someone said, oh, we're going out in there, or we're going to there, we're doing that and there. And I'm like, oh, Christ, I've got a lot going on.
Yeah,
what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Ooh. But there's nothing to it. It comes, it goes, and it's done. And I'm like, oh.
And it's nothing major, is it? It's just, that's going to happen.
No, like your event on Sunday would have been in your calendar for ages, and you'd been like, ooh.
Exactly.
Ooh, need to plan this, need to do that. Ooh, I'm a foul. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
that's exactly it. And that sort of becomes your focus, where actually you just know that it's going to happen.
Yeah. But like, if you go up on Sunday morning, do you want to go do that race, and you had time on your hands, and you think you go, yeah, and you wouldn't be stressed or nothing. You just go do it, have a crack, and have a laugh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I'm wired up a bit odd.
I think I know. I know what you mean. It's a weird one, but this comes back to like the immorality, whatever we're going to do. It's about, for me, it's about doing stuff now. I can't be bothered with. I want to experience lots of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to be at a point where I'm missing out on stuff. And like that thing, it gets to 9 o'clock. And I think, there's still an hour left of light.
Yeah.
Like, say, even if it's just for a walk, bit of exercise.
I'm thinking, what's in the fridge? And what's on telly?
Yeah, that's it, innit? But even just, you could nip to Boozer and just have a quick check.
Because I'm drinking too much as it is. I don't need any excuses.
No, fair enough. But there's still stuff to do in there, and that's what I mean. I think that's what I don't want to drop off this planet. I'm not going to experience everything, but not to have done stuff. So I was probably a bit of a boring topic, but I was talking to somebody at gym tonight, and he was saying about he wants to go to Egypt and see like the pyramids, and there was other stuff that he was saying he wants to see. It's not generally my cup of tea, but if I was there and somebody said, do you want to go see this? I'd be like, yes. Because I knew I'd be devastated if I came home and went, I had an opportunity to do that and never did it. There's certain things you're never going to get an opportunity to do, but if it comes along, just take it. You should just do it, if within reason. Yeah, so we're not going to start murdering people.
No, but
see how that feels.
I'll say that when I get a diagnosis that I can't, uncurable. Because you don't want to look back and go, I could have done that. I could have done more. Because I mean, sometimes I'll have weekends over and I'm like, I could have done more with kids. I could have done this. As much as can't cram much more in. I mean, this weekend I was absolutely shattered. I was in bed early last night.
You were flying solo though as well, weren't you?
Yeah, it was tough. She left me alone. Yeah, but it's one of those things where I think, we were playing garden all day yesterday. Kids having a whale of a time. But I'm sat. If I tell me a tired house, loved. I don't know. Tired house much ago. But it's one of those things where I'm thinking, I don't feel like I've done anything with the kids, although I was with the kids and I did a barbecue and things like that. I just felt a bit detached, if that makes sense. Yeah, as weird as that is, they had the fun without me. And sometimes I'll sit back and let them, have the fun. But I'm thinking, they're creating their memories.
Yeah, but at least they're doing something. Yeah. It's not like you just sat watching.
I don't want to look back and go, he was always just sat there.
Yeah, that's a difficult one, isn't it? But I think as well, it goes back to like the coaching, the football coaching and things. You don't get a lot of gratitude from the kids until later. And I think that's the same with our kids now. I don't think that they really appreciate everything you've done until maybe they're older and they're maybe in the same sort of situation. Yeah. I would say I was a very happy kid. But I didn't really appreciate what my parents did until I became a parent, I think. Yeah. I think that's how I think.
Yeah.
and how much they gave up and stuff like that.
Well, massively. I'm like, I can't give what my parents have given me. Like, I can't talk, like, you know, all the experiences and things I did. I'm like, you ain't getting that, kids. I can tell you about because I had a wheel of a time as a kid.
I did everything.
I had a right laugh, mate, and you're not.
You have to go to school and you have to do homework.
I did what I wanted when I wanted.
I sometimes didn't even go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Grandma, she let me stay at home.
She did?
She did.
She should give me some money and off to a dog and stuff. Want the pictures? Go for a swim. Yeah, I had a right good laugh. No one knows rubbish at education.
Do you have like a metaphorical bucket list?
No, as weird as that is. I've got
a bucket list for me is always a worry. I think, what if you achieved everything on that list and then what? I think it's always good to have things that you want to do.
Yeah.
But it's a bit, I don't know, is it a bit morbid having a bucket list?
No, because I think your bucket list is meant to be not unachievable, but bloody hard work to do.
So more like a wish list. Maybe that's maybe different.
Because I don't think you should be able to. I think you can do your bucket list, but if you do your bucket list, you haven't really pushed yourself. Like, if your means, like your financing things, allow you to do certain things and you get them chalked off, then actually you've not pushed yourself. You've just sat on your laurels a little bit. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I do know what you mean. I'm just looking through here because I actually think I've got a bucket list.
Have you really?
I think I have, yeah. I'm sure. Oh, a bucket list. Right, hang on, let me just read these before. Right, so at the moment, I've got 3 things on my bucket list.
Go on.
I would like to drive a car from full tank to empty.
I've done that before.
I've run out of petrol before.
Yeah.
What I mean is, I'd like to kind of fill it up and then just drive and just think, I'm just going to stop wherever I stop.
What, and then do it with a car? Walk to the petrol station with a jerry can and fill it up?
If it's a bucket, I'll just set fire to it.
Okay.
Well, that'd be a good thing to put on a bucket list.
Set fire to a car?
Yeah.
Just grew up on the estate.
Drive a double-decker bus.
What are you doing? Give me your phone. What is wrong with you?
This one.
Drive a double-decker bus?
Just quite like to have a drive of a double-decker bus.
What's that?
I mean, it's not the most ambitious thing. I get that.
Seems an experience, dude. I can sort you out with that one.
And the other one is, I'd quite like to read a story on the bedtime hour. You don't see babies.
Jesus, give me that phone here. You're done.
Is this something I should maybe have a bit more thought about?
Maybe. But that's just.
I think they're all right. I think that. I mean, I don't know if the read a bedtime story and see babies is an achievable thing, like, but
I don't think it is. Or maybe Dad Tills takes off and we get hooked up that way.
Yeah.
Imagine me reading on telly, be a car crash and makes what happen. They'd be like, get him on double decker driving. Take that one on.
I think. What's wrong with driving a double decker bus?
What? Why?
I don't know. It'd just be different.
Why not a single decker bus? Why have a double?
Go to extra competition. Mine's bigger than yours.
Are we talking like a London double-decker bus, or are we talking just normal Swins, bit of local business advertising there for you? Just a local double-decker? Because they're massively different.
Any double-decker bus. Just a double-decker bus. And do you know
why not a lorry?
Because I've driven a lorry.
What?
I've driven a lorry before.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I've never driven a lorry.
So I'd like to have a double-decker bus.
Right, okay. Whatever floats your boat, mate. But once again, apart from the BBC one, I think you maybe could get it done. I think you could do them within a week.
What? So I could do 2 of them. So apart from the one that's not going to be able to do, the other 2 I could do in a week.
I think you could nick a bus, no worries. What was the other one again?
Drive a car.
Was that good?
Drive a car from full to empty.
Yeah, do it right now, mate. Go get your car keys. We'll go fill it up and drive it.
Can you afford to buy petrol nowadays?
Good point. As we said, you're pushing yourself, mate. Your finances don't dictate. You can have a go.
Yeah. This could be an episode in itself, I think.
I'm surprised we've not done a bucket list episode.
Maybe we should do a bucket list for each other. Maybe I should do one for you, and you should do one for me.
No, I don't like that.
But that's not one to say you have. I think we could do this.
Yeah, but You don't know well enough.
I do. So I could think of things that are realistic for you that we could do. I don't mean to say you have to do them, but maybe that it'll just open your mind up to a new experience. I'm not going to get like you should have a head tattoo or something like that.
Mike Tyson style.
Or like a willy extension.
Because what I would put on a bucket list, it'd be like go to a cruise on like Japan, China, around there. Island hop off a cruise. But I don't think that's for me, a bucket list should be something they have to work hard. I know I've got to work hard to get the money. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Like you want to climb Kilimanjaro. That's not something you just rock up and do. That's like a bucket list thing.
Rock up.
Do you know what I mean? There's effort there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but maybe we should do our own Dad Tales edition then of ones that are realistic. Not to go, oh yeah, Leon, I think you should really find it within your soul. I think you should sell at least one of your kids to be able to afford to go Kilimanjaro.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing like a Buddhist retreat.
I think it's too late for you.
I've got the body. No, but do you like a monk style? Do you like do I mean Buddhist? Yeah, do you like monks? Do you like them that wear all yellow?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing a bit of that. Do you know, trying to get my aura on.
Your Zen back.
Yeah.
Is this?
I might never know that. Like, do you know, like a weekend, but take it really seriously.
I'd like to do a week. Actually, let's just do a couple of nights.
No, because you can go on
a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, like a retreat where you go and they'll go through all like. But you got to take it. I'll be there. Obviously, I'd want to do it without you there because I want to take it seriously. But like, do you know, try and do that. Do you know, try and find myself, or I don't know if I'm lost.
I think you need that.
But yeah, I don't know. There you go.
But that's all good stuff in it because that's opening your mind up to a new experience. I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
This it. We're going to do this, and we'll do you a list.
Can you add on that?
No, because it's got to be things.
Buddhist retreat. 'Cause I'm off.
I think it's got to be something that we can genuinely achieve, or maybe something that I think you would get a lot from.
You don't have to do it, but I think it's something you can do. So therefore, you're going to do it, mate.
No, but maybe something that you can. I don't know, like, I think it'd be good for you if you...
Lost some weight.
Like, I don't know, drove a Formula 1 car, something like that. Something that you just open your mind to doing something.
Yeah. No, yeah.
We'll think about it. We'll workshop it a little bit more, and we may be back with a bucket list episode. Right, speaking of bucket lists... What do you have an unpopular opinion?
Unpopular opinion this week. I know I said I didn't want to do it, but what is going on with government?
Oh,
what a barrel of monkeys. Do you know what really annoys me? And I'm getting right on my soapbox here. If they're unfit to lead, and I don't believe for 1 second that Mr. Johnson is
BJ.
Yeah, is the whole. It's him, if that makes sense. He's gone, if that makes sense. They're a party. There's no way in a month of Sundays he can do, and I get there's been some sort of like cover up and things like that. They're all involved. They're all part of it. They're all stabbing each other in the back. They're all tripping over each other to try and get the hot seat, which is life, and that's how business works. I get that. But I've been funny. If he's not fit to lead, they're not fit to lead. Why are we not going to a general election?
Because I don't think there's anybody else fit to lead either.
No, but what I'm saying is, let's get raving loony party and stuff. The problem I've got is he is not the BN. I'm not protecting him because I'm sort of glad he's gone a little bit. But my problem is just conveyor belt. Here comes the next idiot. Because
I think
they haven't stopped him being an idiot, have they?
The way I look at it with Boris is that I don't necessarily think he's a bad leader in such, but his ethics are terrible. The stuff he's done, he's lied a lot. And I know that's part of being a leadership.
But when he's lied, if that makes sense, and he's lied through his teeth, someone's advised him to lie.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't pushed him like, in front of the camera's gone, oh, I can ask you a question off the fly, and he's gone, well, just speak like that, doesn't he? Well, I But he's been coached, he's been in a room with all his politicians.
He's the front figure, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's like anything, like a football manager. they take all the flack. They're not alone. There's a whole backroom staff. So they all go, if that makes sense. I've not got a problem with him being the one that takes all the flack. What my problem is the house has fallen down. Why does then the next person get to come in who's been advising him, been helping him, been guiding him, told him what to say in front of cameras? Because I don't believe for 1 second he has genuinely... We're going to ask these questions. He's sat in a dark room with his own going, I wonder what I can answer that question with. Oh, I'm going to lie about that. Someone said, don't mention that. Don't talk about this. Stay away from this. This is how we do it.
The problem we've got is that, you're right, they're all as corrupt as each other. We've lost a massive amount of trust with anybody. And I said this to somebody today. If you was to sell gym memberships and say, right, I'm gonna put 50 new classes on this week, so people go, wow, that's amazing, I'm gonna buy loads of members. Then you don't. People cancel there and they can walk away. With us, when we get promised something as a country and go, right, that's brilliant, I like what you're saying, I want you to lead my country.
Do that promise.
And then they don't, at what point do we go, well, you said you was going to, I want to walk away from that now. We can't. So they can all lie as much as they want.
Which they do.
And we as people just go, oh yeah, that's brilliant. We're going to give everybody £1 million. Brilliant, I'm going to vote for him.
Yeah.
And then it never happens. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Because I think every time a promise is broken, there should be a penalty.
A fairy dies.
Imagine. There's no bloody fairies alive anymore.
Exactly.
But there should be some sort of repercussion. Do you know if they say they're going to deliver on something?
A puppy's tail drops off.
Oh, man, I'm going to start crying. But there's no accountability to them failing to deliver.
Exactly.
And what really annoys me is they go, oh, we're gonna build houses. How many houses, please? Do you know where these houses are going to be built? How affordable are they going to be? But they build houses. They're not bloody affordable. They're not helping people and go, oh, we've got this help to buy scheme. Only 10% you can get on it because the bank will only lend to so many people. You haven't delivered on your promise.
No. On any of them. I don't know any government that's come in and said they're going to do it. Anyway.
We've got a bit of there. I didn't want to talk politics, but that's my proper opinion. Because who's voting for these lunatics?
Us. Because I think we're very much media-led.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. Here we go. Right, what we need to do is burn the papers down.
That's exactly what we do. Social media, all that type of stuff.
Digital news is the worst thing we've ever done by a long way.
Yes, it's more people on digital. More people on digital than there ever has been pick up a newspaper.
Yeah. And people are picking things up or learning things or getting news from Susan down the road who hasn't got a bloody clue what she's talking about.
Reading a headline and then not reading the story.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You read a headline that has not 5% to do with the story.
Yeah.
And then going, Anyway, right.
There should be a law against that, you know.
There should be.
Like, I think advertising should go completely out of it. You buy a paper, and you're barely advertising a paper. Because you're paying for the print, you're paying for the thing. There will be a bit of advertisement on there, but...
It's not in your face as much, though, is it?
Man, internet does my head in.
And pop-ups. You don't get a pop-up in your newspaper, do you?
What are you on?
Depends which page I'm on.
I ain't seen a pop-up for years. The only thing I have is that cookies thing that pops up.
Page 3 pop-up.
Cookies. Hey.
Right, anyway, my unpopular opinion. Amazon Prime.
Shut up.
Honestly.
Shut the door.
Amazon Prime.
Can we end this podcast now, mate? Oh, I love Amazon.
Amazon Prime, right, is... Like, I'll start with the TV. Amazon Prime TV, A, there's very little on there that I want to watch. And B, the stuff that I do want to watch, I have to pay extra for. You're already paying a subscription. Why do I need to pay more?
No, so...
No.
Amazon Prime is like Netflix and everything, isn't it? So it's like Netflix, but with Amazon, you can watch anything and everything. So you what's on Netflix comes and goes, doesn't it? And same with Amazon, things comes and goes. The best thing about Amazon is it's like Blockbusters. There's everything there.
But you have to pay for it.
Yeah, because it's not part of the thing. So it's like I go on Netflix, say, I want to watch a film, and they go, well, it's not on there because they haven't got it. Same with Amazon.
Right.
So the recycle but the best thing about Amazon is they will let you watch anything.
But I've got to pay for it.
You're missing the point what I'm saying, aren't you?
Right. All right then. So if there's a series on Amazon Prime, sometimes you can get so much of the series and then you have to pay for the rest. And it'll be like you can watch series 1, pay for series 2, and then we'll give you 3, 4 and 5. Rubbish.
No, but at some point, no, that is rubbish. To be fair, I'll give you that. But
all right, I haven't finished. But Amazon Prime shopping, you think, oh, brilliant! It can be here next day. I ordered something the other day, and it took 3 days to get here. Amazon Prime, my foot.
But did it say how long it was going to take for shipping?
Well, it says it's 3 days. I don't know. I don't even think I looked. But I've genuinely thought Amazon Prime was next day.
So it's only on certain things. So what they'll guarantee, anything that's in the warehouse, they'll guarantee it's next day. And that's probably like 90% of their stuff. But if you're buying something, say, from China... or something from somewhere else, they've not got it. So Amazon, the biggest problem with Amazon at the moment, I'm sort of on board with, it's becoming eBay. There's too many people having their own shops
on there, yeah.
But Amazon have so much stock in reserves, so they can buy it and go, we've got that on shelf, and then we'll pay Johnny over there for that product type thing.
It was a book. It weren't coming from China.
How do you know? Yeah, but it could have come from Johnny. That's what I'm saying. It could be coming from Johnny, and it's in Johnny's house, and Johnny's got to get it to Amazon to get it to you.
Well, Johnny needs to pick up his game then.
But then that becomes, that's not Amazon's fault. That's because you've bought from a...
Hey, if Amazon's pictures on it, if I click on their app, it's their fault.
No, but they're just a middleman now. They're a middleman now. So, and it'll say, I always look, so I've got Amazon Prime, and I look, and that's the first thing I always check is, how long is it going to take to come here? So, is it next day? I mean, most things are next day because Amazon are pretty good at
because they're massive.
Hoarding, yeah. But if it's something niche, like if you sold a book, how is Amazon meant to get it off you and give it to me in the next day?
I would just bring it round to you, so yeah,
you would. But you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You've got to post to Amazon, and Amazon think that's reasonable. You can get it to move in 2 days.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, you get it to me in 2 days, and I get it out in 6 hours. That's how good Amazon are.
6 hours. That's all staff just stood about doing now, like.
It's ridiculous. If you order before 10 o'clock, you can have something next day.
I know. Which I did. And,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't something I desperately needed. But I'm just thinking if it's Prime...
Yeah.
Prime.
If we've got it on shelf.
It should be there.
That's like going to Tesco's and saying, well, I've come to the supermarket, I can't believe I've got any milk on the shelf. You've always got milk on the shelf. Well, unfortunately, mate, cows aren't producing at the moment, and farmers are on strike, so you're going to have to strip your bio.
So they get some cows round back then.
Did you kick off at Tesco's when it's not there?
Big time.
Anyway, right, so what else is wrong with Amazon? I can't I'm defending a multi-million pound corporation.
There's 2 things wrong with it.
I love fighting you on your
But you half agree with me.
Even if I agree, I'm going to
because it's my opinion, you don't like it. Right, I'm going to do this next week. Are you coming back next week?
Yeah, I'm coming back. I feel like I've been real loud tonight.
We'll see if you're invited.
I hope I've not come across real loud.
Yeah.
If I do, I apologise. So when I speak, turn it down. When he speaks, turn it up. Like a whisperer. Hello.
Goodbye.
See you next week.
See you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday, my friend.
Keep yourself. Thank you for listening right to the end of this week's podcast, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at dad_tales_, or get involved by emailing us at dadtales@outlook.com. You can also now join our Facebook page by searching Dad Tales.
Keep the feedback coming. We are genuinely humbled by all the input and the comments you are providing us. Stay safe, celebrate small victories, and keep smiling.